do example 6. Ronan operates a sports store at a fixed profit margin of 65%. So he makes a profit of 65%. For how much will he sell a pair of running shoes that cost him $40? So he has a cost of $40. So what we have to understand here is because it's a profit, it's going to be more than 100. Remember that this is an increase. So it's going to be an increase of what? Of 65%. Agree? So what we can do is think about it this way. So if we think about our pies again, so the 100% is $40, agree? But he's going to do this plus another piece of the pie. If I draw it with gray, I know that is going to be half and a little bit more. So let's say that this is 65%. So the question, because for how much he's going to sell, so the question is what is going to be this 100 plus this 65%. In other words, what is 165%? Oh my goodness. Because it's going to be the whole, so 100 plus this 65%. So that's what we want to know. So we know that it's going to be more than 40. So let's use our double number line. So if I say this is 100% and 100% is $40, okay, and now I want to find what is 165%. And that's the question, what is this? So how do we do it? We're going to bring it down to 1. So what we're going to do first is take this 100 and divide it by 100. Do you see that I can work in either side depending on where I have the information? In this case, I have the percentages. I don't have the data, but sometimes I have the data and I don't have the percentages, so I can work in any way. So I'm going to go down to 100%, and then I'm going to say, okay, this one going up is going to be times 165. So I do the same thing on this side. So take your calculators and you say, okay, I'm going to start with 40 and I'm going to divide it by 100, and then I'm going to times it by 165. And I get that now this price is going to be $66. So that's how much will the sell or a pair? He will sell it for $66. Okay, that's going to be the sale price. It's going to be $66, and in that way he's going to make sure that he has done a profit of 65%. Okay, wonderful. Let's do another one. Okay. We have 2 more to go. Okay, let's look at this one. Oops. This is example 7. I recommend that you stop the video and trying to do them, and then you watch me do it to see if we get to the same answer and if we use the same procedure. Okay, so say David bought a software for $300. So his cost was $300. That's what he paid. And sold it for 20% loss. So he had a loss of 20%. What was the selling price? So now we want to know what is the selling price. So as I said, this is the same as a discount, because that means that he lost 20%. So when I say that is the same as a discount, I mean that it's also going to be a decrease in money. So the selling price. So we're going to use our pi to understand what is happening. I know that he started with $100, the 100%, sorry, was $300. And I know that he lost this bit here that is going to be, I'm just fixing a little bit the circle because it was looking quite awful. Okay. Good. And this piece that was eaten was 20%. So if this piece that was eaten was 20%, so now this bit here is 80%. Agree? Yes? So we want to know what is the selling price. So the selling price is this 80%. Whatever this 80% is, this is what I did sell. So the question is, what is the 80% of 300? So we can do that by saying, okay, the 80% of 300 was, I can do 80 times 300 over 100, cancel this 0, this 0, this 0, this 0, and I get that this is equal to 240. So my selling price was 240. And that means that I had a loss of 20%. And as you can see, it's less than 300. Wonderful. Let's do the last one here. So this one, that is our example 8. I like number 8. So it says, a music store buys CDs at $15 each and sells them for $28.95 each. What is the percentage profit that he made? Okay, so in this case, the cost is $15 and the sale price is $28.95. So we want to know what is the increase of this one. So I'm going to use this one with the number line. And I'm going to say, okay, what do I know? I know that the 100% is $15. And I know that he did a profit because he has more there. So I want to know what percentage is going to be 28.95. Because in this case I have dollars, I'm going to bring it back to $1. So if I bring it back to $1, I do. I start here in the 15, that's what I know. I want to know what this one is. Agree? I'm going to put it here, blue. So I start here to get up here. So I go and going to do divided by 15 and then multiply by 28.95. Okay, so I start with 100. Take out your calculators. 100 divided by 15 multiplying by 28.95, enter, and I get that is 193%. So that's what I have here, 193%. So when they're asking me what the profit, remember that I don't say that the profit is the whole 193, because 100 is just the whole pizza. So what is the increase? The increase is 93%. So the profit was 93%. And there you go. And that's it. Wonderful, girls. I hope you find all this useful.